Hello everyone, welcome back to English 5 and we are now in week 7. So in this week we'll be talking about English for presentation, especially about common expression for introduction part. So what we'll cover in this video, the first is welcoming the audience, next one how to introduce yourself, and we'll have giving your position, function, department or company, and after that we'll be covering introducing your topic. Next one, we will have structuring and sequencing. So how many parts of presentations do you have? And also what you will cover in the beginning, in the middle, and at the end of your presentation. Next one, we'll be talking about timing. So how long your presentation will last. And the last one about questions. So when and how the audience should ask questions about your topic. So let's start with welcoming the audience. So there are some expressions that you can use to welcome your audience. The first one, we've got good morning or good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Next one, hello and hi everyone. And I guess or I'm sure that you are familiar with this all expression. Another expression that you can use is, first of all, let me thank you all for coming here today. Next one, it's pleasure to welcome you today. Next one, I'm happy or delighted that so many of you could make it today. And another expression, it's good to see you all here. Okay, so these are some common expressions that you can use to welcome your audience in your presentation. Next one, let's talk about how you should introduce yourself to your audience. So one expression that you can use is, let me introduce myself. I am, for example, I am Tahan Siombing from ITDEL. Or let me introduce myself. I am Nicholas from Diploma 3 of Information Technology program. Or you can say, for those of you who don't know me, my name is, and then please say your name. And another expression that you can use to introduce yourself is, let me start by introducing myself. My name is Tahan Siombing, for example. Okay, so that's about introducing yourself. Now let's talk about giving your position, function, department, or company. So there are some expression here. The first, let's see. As some of you know, I am the, so say your role or say your position in the company. So let's say, for example, as some of you know, I am the IT engineer. Or you can say, I am the IT engineer here and I'm responsible for the network system in this company. Or another expression, I'm here in my function as the head of. Jadi saya di sini dengan kapasitas saya sebagai as the head of the IT engineer, for example, or IT support system department. And the last one, you can say, I am the IT engineer in charge of managing the network system in this company. So in charge of is the same as am responsible, ya. Jadi bertanggung jawab untuk, ya, something like that. Now let's talk about introducing your topic. So the first expression is, what I'd like to present to you today is, and then mention your topic. Jadi apa yang akan saya presentasikan kepada Anda hari ini adalah, so mention your topic. Another expression, I'm here today to present, and then say your topic. Or the simple one, today's topic is, and mention your topic. Another expression, the subject or topic of my presentation is this one. Another expression as well, in my presentation, I'd like to report on, and then say your topic. And the last expression that you can use to introduce your topic, today I'm going to talk about, and then mention your topic. Okay, so that's how you should introduce your topic. Now let's talk about how to structure your presentation. So the expression that you can use is, I've divided my presentation into, let's say for example, 5 main parts. Ya, jadi saya membagi presentasi saya ke dalam 5 bagian. Ya, Or another expression that you can use is, in my presentation, I'll focus on 5 major issues. Jadi di presentasi saya akan fokus kepada 5 isu besar, for example. So that's how you structure or divide your presentation. Now let's talk about how to sequence your presentation. So what you will cover at the beginning of your presentation, in the middle, and in the last part of your presentation. So there are some expression here. The first, you can say point 1 deals with, let's say for example, introduction. Point 2 is about the literature review, and point 3 will be about the methodology. Another expression, you can say first, I'll be looking at the introduction. Second, we'll be discussing the literature review, and third will be about the methodology. Another expression, I'll begin or start off by discussing the introduction, then I'll move on to the methodology. Another expression that is commonly used to sequence your presentation, usually then, next, after that. So for example, then I'll be covering, or next I'll be covering, or after that I'll be covering blah blah blah. Okay. And also you can say I will end with the conclusion, for example. Okay. So if you say point 1 deals with introduction, point 2 is about the literature review, point 3 will be about the methodology, and I'll end with the conclusion. Okay, so that's how you sequence your presentation. And now let's talk about the timing. So how long your presentation will be. So you should let your audience know about the duration of your presentation. So the expression that you can use is, my presentation will take about 20 minutes, for example. Or another expression that you can say, it will take about 20 minutes to cover these issues. Okay, and another expression, this won't take more than 20 minutes. So these are the common expression that you can use to tell your audience about the duration of your presentation. Now let's talk about questions. So when and how your audience should ask questions about your presentation. So you will use this expression. First, there will be time for questions after my presentations. Yeah. So you can use this one. Or you can say, if you have any questions, feel free to interrupt me at any time. Jadi kalau ada pertanyaan, silakan dengan bebas untuk menginterupsi saya kapanpun selama saya presentasi. Another expression that you can use is feel free to ask questions at any time during my talks. Jadi silakan bertanya pada saat kapan yang Anda mau selama saya bicara. So that's how you organize questions in presentation. So that's the end of our topic for this week. So what I'd like you to do is, we've got an exercise here. So please match the two parts. So this one, part 1 and part 2, to make typical sentences from the introduction. Okay, so you can just match this expression with the expression in this column. So for example, for those of you who don't know me, so the one that matches with this expression is this one. Okay. So for those of you who don't know me, I'm Bob K, in charge of the software division. So please do the rest, yeah, from number 2 to number 8. And this is the reference that we use for today's topic. You can visit this reference to look for more information about the topic that we have discussed. So this is the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed the learning. Thank you for listening.